Hey, what's up, my friend? So today's training, right, will be presented by Derek. Okay, so Derek is a full-time Forex trader. If he sounds familiar, because he actually appeared in my earlier podcast, right? A full-time Forex trader with a 86% winning rate. So in today's training, he'll share with you his trading strategies, right? Trading examples, how he trade the markets, and potential trading setups that he's seeing right now. So take it away, Derek.
Can Forex trading be profitable? Yeah, I think it is. I'll present hard evidence that it is possible. Maybe some of you already know me. In January this year, Rayner made an interview with me. He asked me how I became a profitable trader. He asked me about some details from when I was young, and he asked me about the strategies I'm using, about how did I get this high winning rate. And there were a lot of comments below this video. Many of you asked about some more details about the strategies I'm using. Also, there were some people who had doubts if this is not a fake, if this is real. So I'm here. I'm here to dispel the doubts. I'm here to show you my strategies, at least assumptions of the strategies, and I'll show you also a few trades I've done in August. Well, I'm involved in Forex market from 2010. Definitely I'm an advocate of price action, and I try to use as few indicators as possible. My trading is based on my own strategies, which I developed during the last 10 years, I think. The strategies that I'll present now, they have been tested for me by me at least 1,000 times. It means I opened thousands and thousands of trades. After testing those trades, I knew that those strategies are profitable. They give me an edge on the market. The first strategy is the price action and MACD. This is a typical swing trading strategy. The first thread is a scalping strategy, and oppose, it's a strategy for working people. It's based on pending orders. The first strategy, price action and MACD. This is a strategy which combines two strategy methods, price action and MACD, which is an indicator. The strategy which I use, the strategy I use to analyze the time intervals like forward chart, daily, weekly, and it's based on analysis of price action and the MACD oscillator, which very clearly indicates the possibility of opening a trade with a high probability of winning, hence the name price action MACD. The patterns I observe on the market, the patterns which I trade, those are mainly engulfing patterns, bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing, and inside bar patterns. Of course, pin bars are also good to analyze and trade them. Also, a pattern called morning star, evening star. It's a 3 candlestick pattern. Also, it can be used in this strategy. This is a sample chart, and how it works. Well, I'm trying to catch the moments when there's a beginning of a new swing and end of a swing. So, for an example, if I have here engulfing pattern, this is a bearish engulfing pattern. I wait for the breakout from that pattern, and then I check if MACD is also in a bearish mode. So it could be a kind of a confirmation. Yes, it's time to sell. And when I see a bullish engulfing pattern like we have here, we can say that this is a good moment to start buying, because bullish engulfing patterns usually signal some bullishness. So also we see a breakout, and then I check what happens on the MACD. If I see on the MACD that it's changing the mood, it's changing to bullish, then for me it's a signal to buy, and it goes on. Of course, not each swing will end with a engulfing pattern, but sometimes it could be a pin bar, and also breaking the bottom of the pin bar is a good signal to sell if MACD confirms this for an example here with a nice bearish divergence, or maybe it's the fact that it's just getting into the bearish phase. And the second, one of my favorite strategies is a scalping strategy, or maybe it's even sometimes a day trading strategy. I called it the first red. And I will show you how I'm using MACD when I'm scalping, when I'm using the strategy. So for an example, the assumptions of the strategy are very simple. First thing I need to see is that the price is making a new high, like here or like here. Those are the moments when it becomes interesting for me. But not only the fact that it's creating a high, but it also must change the MACD. So for an example, this candle is making a high. This is the highest level of the day. And but MACD is still bearish, so bullish, so it's not for me a signal to sell. A signal to sell comes in the moment when I see the candle, the very candle on the top is a game changer, it's changing the MACD. In that moment, I can say, okay, I can start selling because MACD started falling. What's important in the strategy is that MACD must change the direction. If I see market making a new high, but there's no change after closing the candle, this is not a signal. And we have two types of setups. A very good setup if in the same time a divergence will appear here, and the second type is also good, but maybe not so good like the one with divergence, when there is no divergence. But still, this is the situation here. You can see MACD didn't create a divergence, but still it was very high, and then it started changing the direction, getting into this bearish phase. Very simple strategy, very simple assumptions. Here you can see a few samples on how can you scalp using this strategy. For an example, the moment here you can see the price creates a maximum. It's really at the maximum of the day. The candle is closed, and in the same time MACD becomes bearish. So for me, this is the moment from here on I can start selling. Here's an opposite situation. Here's an opportunity to buy. We can see MACD really deeply falling down, and then comes the moment when it's getting bullish, and the moment when it's getting bullish, it happens on this candle. It's a bit late signal because this is the third candle from the bottom. This is the candle number 1, number 2, number 3. So I wouldn't open this trade if it wouldn't be the MACD wouldn't be so low. If the MACD would be flat, then I wouldn't open a long. But when it's so extended compared to other periods of time, this is a good signal to start buying. And then comes the moment when, again, market is creating a maximum, and MACD is strongly extended, is the highest level of the day, then again, it's a signal to sell. And that's how it goes. Very simple strategy, very many trades per day could be done. 5-10 trades a day is also very possible, but I usually focus only on 1-2 instruments and try to focus only on them. Then my entries are more precise. And this strategy, oppose, the last but not the least, it's a strategy for working people. Why? Because you can open trades in front. You can put pending orders. You can place pending orders every day evening and expect it to be triggered next day. That's why it's called oppose only pending order strategy. How it works? Well, I'm using an indicator, which also it took many years of experiments to find the proper indicator. Now I believe it's perfect. Maybe not perfect, but it's one of the best indicators I can recommend. And it works this way, that after having those supply and demand zones, I plan an order in case of this. For an example, let's say this is evening today, and I expect that tomorrow they might hit the supply zone, and probably here the market will make a turnaround, will make a reflection. So I put a sell limit. I can also trade it with the trend. So if I expect that market will break out from this flag, this bearish flag or bearish channel or bullish channel, and they go down, they might break this time the demand zone, because this demand zone was already once working. So I can put a sell stop in case they break the zone. Market will open, and broker will open my trade, and I will be running this short position. Even if I'm at work, even if I'm driving a car, I'm the airplane, anywhere without connection with internet is not a problem. Broker will open this trade if it was placed as a pending order. So now this was a short presentation of my three main strategies, and now let's go to some statistics to show you a proof that those strategies really work.
Okay, it's me again. Just a quick one, right? So Derek, right, uses candlestick patterns, right, as part of his trading strategy. So if you want to learn how to use candlestick patterns to help you better time your entries and exits, you can go down to my website, tradingwithrayner.com. Okay, then just scroll down a little bit, you'll see this guide called the Monster Guide to Candlestick Patterns. This one will be relevant, right, to your current trading, because in this guide we'll share with you the different types of candlestick patterns, how to master candlestick patterns, use it to profit in bull and bear markets, and much more. So go down to the website, tradingwithrayner.com, click this orange button, right, enter your email address, and we'll send you a copy for free. Okay, so that's it, right? Now, back to you, Derek.
So here are some statistics of one of my accounts, which I made public. I opened this account in March 2022. You can see here the history of this account. I started in 2022. In the beginning was not a good one. It was a losing month, but then the things started getting better. So in 2022 I had only 2 losing months. In 2023 I had 3 losing months, but altogether was about 1.5% only. And starting from this year, all the months are profitable. So August was the 14th month in a row, or even more. Yeah, it's 14 or 15 months in a row without a loss, because last month here, starting from July until December, those were 6 winning months, and 2024 8. So it means 14 months without a loss. Today is the 2nd of September, so this month, of course, not much already done. If you take a look at the winning rate at the moment is 87%, which means it's even better. When I was showing this account in January it was 86%. And what means 87% winning rate? It means that from 1,338 trades, 1,165 were profitable and only 173 were losers. By the way, in August I had 100% win rate. I didn't have one even losing trade in August, and I made about 40 trades in August. Here's a sample of a setup based on the first red strategy. In this case it was first green, but of course, as I said, this strategy works both sides. We can buy, we can sell in the moment when MACD is turning bearish or bullish. And here's a sample. Market is falling, MACD is on very low levels, and then comes the moment when MACD turns to bullish, and it happens on the really nearly first candle from the bottom. So here I opened a long position and I closed it on the very top, because in that time we had here a supply zone, so it was the best moment to close this trade. So this is a typical the first red scalping strategy setup. And here we have another setup. This one was based on the price action and MACD strategy. You must know the difference. The first red strategy is a scalping strategy. I traded on the low time frames, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, up to 1 hour. And I'm not so focused on the type of pattern I see on the candles. It's enough for me if a candle makes a maximum or minimum. In price action MACD strategy, very important for me are the patterns, inside bars, outside bars, and so on. So here you have a sample. First we had a huge bullish engulfing pattern here, from which the market started breaking out. And when the market started breaking out from this pattern, I opened a long position because MACD started again growing, and I kept it for some few hours and closed it here with a good result. So this is a typical setup for the strategy based on price action and MACD. And this third sample is a trade on dollar yen, and this was based on opposite strategy. I put a pending order here below this supply zone. This order was placed a few days ago, also in August, and it was triggered today by the market. Market hit the supply zone and opened my short position. So this is still a running trade. I hope to close it somewhere here because I see there are some could be a support here now because it was a resistance. So I keep it open, but in case the market is not moving as strong as I expect, maybe I'll close it manually. But by the way, something which is supporting this idea is the fact that we have a bearish divergence here, as you see. So it might be that this market will do what I expect, more declines on dollar yen. So this is a trade which was there was a pending order put in August, and today it was triggered in the morning when yen hit this supply zone. And here's a sample of a setup which might work. This is a channel, and we see that this channel is nicely respected. And this what I saw on Friday, it made me thinking about going long. I already closed a position. It was 25 points today, and I expect there's more chances that the market will go higher. Why? This is support of a channel. When I see that on a support, or it could be a support resistance level, it mustn't be a support of a channel. It must be an important level, and we see that this level is nicely respected by the price. So I saw this bullish pin bar, this inverted hammer, and today a strong breakthrough. It means that market is rejecting the prices below this support. So it means that it's probably a fake breakout. And look what the MACD. MACD is turning to bullish, which usually signals a bullish period on the market. So what I would expect is that price of this pair will be slowly but steadily growing. Remember, this is a pair, a cross of two countries which are strongly cooperating in trading, and the market doesn't like too big changes in the currency exchange rate. So probably it will be something very stable with not much big movements. You see, this is the biggest candle. It was 95 pips, but generally it is 30, maybe 40 pips a day. So don't expect some, big things here, but slowly, steadily, the market might go higher. On the way, of course, there are some supply zones which might stop the price for some time, but generally I am bullish on this pair, and I expect that at the end of the month we'll see price of this cross somewhere here. I also found interesting the dollar with Swiss franc. And we have a specific pattern here. First thing is that this brown area, this is a demand zone. Yeah, this is something which the indicator is drawing, and I believe this indicator. I tested it for 1,000 times, and we can see a pattern which is called, we can call it a morning star. Morning star consists of 3 candles: bearish candle, then this type of a doji, nearly a doji, let's call it a star, and then a bullish candle. It's usually signals the market is reversing. And what's also funny, what's also nicely complies with my strategy price action MACD, that we have here a nice bullish divergence. The divergence started already on this green bar, because at the same time price makes lower lows and MACD makes higher lows. So together this makes a nice setup, which is a typical setup for the price action and MACD strategy. How it works: we have a morning star pattern, and what more, this candle, this bullish candle, is also engulfing totally the candle before. So this is not only a morning star, but this is also a bullish engulfing. Here we see a breakout from this pattern, and this breakout is followed by a breakout. So by bullish candles. So generally speaking, this looks for me very bullish. So thanks for listening, and if you like it, please comment it, give thumbs up, and see you next time.